Christology is the strongest. Imagine standing at the center of a vast library, millions of books surround you, books about science, books about mathematics, books about history, books about governments, nations, psychology, economics, engineering, medicine, and the mysteries of the universe. Each book represents a field of human knowledge. Each field seeks to answer a question. Among all these questions, one question rises above the rest. Who is Jesus Christ? The study of that question is called Christology. And for Christians, it is the most important study in existence. Biology studies life, geology studies the earth, astronomy studies the heavens, psychology studies the mind, sociology studies human society, economics studies resources and wealth, history studies the events of time. Each discipline examines a piece of reality, a fragment of the grand puzzle. But Christology claims to study the one who stands behind the entire puzzle itself. Not merely a teacher, not merely a prophet, not merely a historical figure, but the one whom Christians believe is both fully God and fully man, the Creator entering His own creation. Consider this carefully. If a watch is fascinating, how much more fascinating is the watchmaker? If a building is impressive, how much more important is the architect? If the creation is magnificent, then understanding its creator becomes the greatest pursuit imaginable. That is why Christology occupies a unique place. It is not simply another branch of knowledge. It seeks the source from which all knowledge ultimately flows. Christology also unites things that seem impossible to bring together. It connects heaven and earth, time and eternity, justice and mercy, holiness and compassion, human weakness and divine power. At the center of Christianity stands a cross. And on the cross, believers see the meeting point of God's love and God's justice, the meeting point of mortality and eternal life, the meeting point of humanity and God. Throughout history, human beings have searched for answers. Who am I? Why was I born? What is my purpose? Why is there suffering? Why is there evil? What happens after death? Civilizations have wrestled with these questions for thousands of years. Christology approaches every one of them through the person of Jesus Christ, not merely with philosophical arguments, but through a life, a sacrifice, a resurrection, and a promise. What makes Christology different from most academic subjects is that it is centered on a person rather than a concept. Mathematics studies numbers, physics studies matter and energy, economics studies markets, Christology studies someone Christians believe walked the dusty roads of Judea, healed the sick, comforted the broken, confronted corruption, died on a Roman cross, and rose from the grave. For believers, Christ is not merely studied, He is followed. Love, worship, and experience. The influence of Jesus Christ on human civilization is extraordinary. His teachings have inspired hospitals, schools, universities, charities, literature, music, art, law, and countless movements of compassion throughout the history. Across continents and centuries, millions have found hope, purpose, forgiveness, and transformation through his message. Few individuals have shaped human history as profoundly. Imagine knowledge as a giant network. Every discipline is a branch. Biology is a branch. History is a branch. Economics is a branch. Psychology is a branch. But in Christian understanding, all these branches ultimately connect to a single center, Jesus Christ, the one whom all things were created, the one in whom all things hold together, the one toward whom all things are moving. And so, from the Christian perspective, Christology is considered the strongest and most comprehensive of all studies, not because it replaces science, not because it rejects history, not because it competes with other disciplines, but because it seeks to understand the one who gives meaning to every discipline, the source of truth, the author of life, the sustainer of creation, the redeemer of humanity, and the king of eternity. For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible. And he is before all things, and by him all things consist. The Epistle to the Colossians, chapter 1, 16 to 17. Thank you.